This is Marty Schupak from T-Ball America and www.tballamerica.com. Welcome to all you T-Ball coaches and parents, and please feel free to visit our site at tballamerica.com. I'm sure you'll find some tips that you could use free. I have a lot of free content up there in video, in text, and in podcast format. Today I'd like to discuss what I consider really important when we start to teach the skills to young T-ballers. And most of the T-ballers will be ages 5 and 6. I know some places around the country they're as young as 4, but 5 and 6 is the age group which I'm talking about. And what I like to do is to separate skills when I'm teaching T-ball, or in fact, when I've coached upper level baseball and other sports, I always like to separate skills. And my experience is in T-ball, it's better to have a player throw without catching, catch without throwing, which I'll get into specifics in a moment. And I've found that this technique is very successful. A lot of times a T-ball coach, first year coach, will get out on the field and divide the team with partners and have them throw balls to each other without any instruction, which I highly recommend you get away from it. Please investigate proper techniques and proper teaching forms so you could put your T-ball team in the best position to succeed. Not to bore you though, but when you talk about motor skills and developmental skills for young kids, it usually goes from head to foot. For example, children to develop throwing skills before they develop kicking competency, and development also occurs inside to out. So children will learn to control their arms before they can control their hands. An example of this is like a baby who will reach for an object before they could grasp it. Okay, and the only reason why I'm telling you this is because just to show there are different stages. And when you speak about throwing, just remember the age difference and the skill difference will vary on your team. And my advice is to separate your team by either age or skill set or both. And when you're doing this, don't say something like, okay, 5-year-olds to my left and 6-year-olds to my right. Have it written down on an index card, and you determine after a couple of practices which members of the team should go in one group and which should go to the other group. The reason I'm doing this is you're going to have some kids, this is their second year in T-ball, and their skill set will be a lot better than a lot of the first year kids. Now, on the opposite side, you're going to have some kids that even the second year, they're not going to be progressing as quick as you'd like, which is fine. But the development occurs at a different pace, and the kids are fine with it. The only thing you have to do is you have to explain it to the parents. I've seen parents upset to the point of crying when their kids are not able to do the skill as their friend or their next door neighbor is able to do. When you do anything in T-ball, you want to use the soft covered balls or even tennis balls. And to separate the skills, the example I'm going to give is on throwing. Have your team facing a fence and have them spread out. Have as many coaches as you can, because you're going to see that the balls will go flying all over the place. So you want to have the coaches as every couple of kids apart, okay? Put about 5 soft covered balls at the kids' feet. Make sure they're fairly close to the fence. You don't want every ball going over the fence. And on the go command, each player will throw a ball against the fence and then pick up the next ball at their feet and throw it. What we're doing here is we're focusing just on throwing, and they don't have to concern themselves on catching. There's huge evidence that this technique works. Now, of course, later on, you're going to combine throwing with catching, and of course, you could do it quicker with the older or more skilled kids. All right? You could find different related resources on this in the book and the video, T-Ball Skills and Drills. It's by me, Marty Schupak. You don't have to buy it. You go to your library. My last name is spelled Schupak. Backyard baseball drills video is another resource to use. Fielding drills and techniques is a little more advanced, but if your son or daughter is going to continue on with baseball and softball, you might want to view this. All the videos I have produced are free at Amazon Prime. You can just go there, type in my name, Schupak Sports. All my videos will come up. Go to T-Ball America too, tballamerica.com. You'll see some added tips as the season goes on. And I want to thank you for viewing this video cast. Until next time, this has been Marty Schupak.